Okay. Um, I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's that bad of a. Oh, that's gonna be really trippy. The way the mouse moves around. That's weird. Okay, but no, it's fine. You guys will just get used to it. Um. Oh, I gotta turn my audio on. 1 second. Live. Jesus Christ, it's very loud. That's aggressively loud. 1 second. Is that too loud? That seems like it's too loud on my OBS meters, but I can't really tell. My God, bro. Chill out. Okay, skip this. God, that was so loud in my ears. I don't know if you guys can hear it at all, but that was really loud for me. Okay. I can see the stream. I can see the chat. Is this layout gonna suck? Like, I'm gonna turn it down then. Is this layout gonna suck, or is this, like, fine? I hope it's fine. Hold on, I have to open Discord. Hello everyone. Welcome to 999, the Neonery game. Skip this cutscene. I don't want to see it. Licensed by or made by Chunsoft. We're gonna play this game. I know nothing about it at all. I'm gonna turn this light away from me. I know nothing about it at all. I have no intel on it of any kind. I have no way of knowing anything about it. I've never looked a single thing up. Skip this loud cutscene. I hope that I have set up my controller, which I actually need to plug in because I unplugged it for a second to test something. I hope that I have set up my controller and my just everything correctly. But I really don't know. If I haven't, I guess we'll find out, and I will experience pain with you all. I sure hope that this stream layout works, because it was a pain in the it was such a pain to set this up. Skip it. God, who cares, bro? I'm kidding. I'm excited to play this game. Hold on, I gotta play this controller. I'm gonna be playing this on a PS5 controller, which is gonna be annoying because it doesn't have like Nintendo, but like X is a different button you would think it is. Start. There we go. Okay, now it's gonna make me watch the cutscene. Great. Why do I know? Why? Why do I know? Yes, same question twice, bud. Can't help you with that. These things. Where am I? Is that a dude in a gas mask? He looked like he was from Escape from Tarkov. Ice 9. Ice won't melt until 1500. Was it the Titanic? Yeah, see, the way I knew that I had the Japanese version previously was I downloaded this game and it was all in Japanese, so it was really annoying. Seek a door that carries a 9. So the full title of this game is like 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, or something along those lines. And I think it is a death game of some kind, in the same vein as Your Turn to Die. I elected to play the version with no voice acting. I hope that's okay. I'm sorry if that's annoying. Oh. Creating save data. You can create save data during the game by pressing start. Okay. Dope. I hope it's not annoying to you guys that I did the version without voice acting, but I really don't like voice acted visual novels. I want to do the voice acting myself. Part of the fun of recording it for me. This game is fiction, by the way, in case you did not know. Gosh, I sure hope this emulator works and isn't terrible. Oh. Our opening cutscene is on the small screen. Nine. A little quieter than. I've heard absolutely no noise except for the little 3DS cutscene. Oh, I sure hope that doesn't happen. Great, you've instilled a new fear in me. Am I blown out? I feel like my light is way too bright. I can turn. Let me know if I'm overexposed. My light is really bright. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. I'm gonna be really bad at pronouncing the names, by the way, because I am not Japanese. My controller isn't working, so let's start there. I'm sorry. I know this is gonna be a pain, but hold on. Let me do some work here. Okay, so config, control config, buttons, up, left. Okay, so that's a bad start. It's not recognizing my thing as a controller. Junpei. Okay, now I know. I'm gonna try with an Xbox controller instead. Oh gosh, aren't you guys so glad you tuned into the awesome Mextai stream where I try to get my controller to work for the first half hour? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Zilla's here. We got half the cat cord in this chat right now. Down. Huh. I'm gonna restart my emulator. 1 second. Oh, this is annoying. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Anyone got any good jokes? Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Oh, I fixed it. Never mind. Hold on. Okay, my up button is gonna be up, left, down, right. B can be my. Wait. Hold on. What button is gonna be my Z button? There is no Z button on a DS. That can be my freaking left stick. And then A can be. Okay, hold on, everyone. Just relax for a second. Oh no, I want my B button to be B. I understand. B A. I said. Y X. Sorry, I know this is boring. 1 second. Here, you guys can see me set my controls up in real time. Start button. Select button. L R. Up left. I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay. We'll just go ahead and say that's allowed. Okay. And now I'm gonna load my game. Full screen options. Here, make it do that. Hey guys, I fixed it. Axis Games. That's not how you spell Axis. So clearly someone wasn't paying attention when they wrote that. Have for dinner. I had dinner before this because I'm just cool like that, I guess. Okay, is it gonna work? I guess we'll find out. Skip it. Hey, it works. Let's go. That's a big deal. Nice. I just changed my mind again. I'm sorry, 1 sec. I'm gonna make up, left, right. And then make this one down. There we go. Cool. I would rather use my joystick. Okay, continue. Load from the prologue. It's Junpei time, everyone. Is not dinner time at 6:30. I can't believe that you are up that late. I would be like, I had to wake up at like 7:30 today, and I felt like I was gonna die. I was like shaking, literally. I was shivering. It was bad. For those of you who know the DS version well, do you think this layout is going to work well? Like with the top screen over there and the bottom screen over there? Because I figure there's probably less important stuff going on the bottom screen. Except right now, for whatever reason, it's playing like the main cutscene at the start of the damn game on the bottom screen. Because I guess I'm just screw me, am I right? 7:30 a.m. Oh my god. I would be so stressed out. Bottom screen is all the text. Oh. Well, that's fine. I'll be reading the text. You guys don't need to read the text. Okay, so our ship got torpedoed, so that's not good. Are we in war? Are we at war? A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. Ow! With a crack, Junpei's head connected to something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand. Oh, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Hold on. There you go. There you go. Now it's above the other screen, so you can read it better. Okay, there you go. I fixed it. That's probably better, right? With a crack, Junpei's head connected to something. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on. Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor. Run a boat. Ouch! God damn it! What the hell? Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. Gosh, this is a lot of dialogue. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and he'd finally understood where he'd fallen from. We're in like a boat. It was a bed. Wow. A 3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. I didn't realize I'm gonna need to, like, at some point get a bev with all this talking. I didn't know this was gonna be like a reading game. His shoulder hurt. His knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. Bro felt. You feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake, he wondered? On a boat? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Why did no one tell me this game is a book? Oh, yeah. Now I see the appeal of it being voice acted. When, like, most of the dialogue... Because this part isn't voice acted. I didn't realize how much of it was going to be just, like, 999 the book. It's fine. I'm not going to be a complaining complainerson. Junpei rubbed a growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. Oh, I can... Oh, no, I thought it was controlling for a second, and muttered to himself. Where am I? His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances. That's a sentence. Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then suddenly, as they begun, the tremors ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. This is basically a bedtime story. Here, I'm gonna make my lights are too bright, guys. My lights are too bright for this situation we're in. I'm gonna... Oh, not that. Turn that light down. Turn that light away from me. There. Is this a little bit less, like, harsh? I feel like my skin looks like the surface of the sun right now. I look like Ichabod Crane. That's a lot better. I can tell just from looking at it, that looks a lot better. Ambience. Oh, you want some ambience? Let's do some ambience. Hold on. I can do real ambience. Ow. 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 Gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna switch my mode to hue loop. And then, boom. Vintage Mextai stream, am I right, guys? I wish I could make my, Oh, I could have made this horizontal the whole time. That would have been so much easier. Damn it. That would have been so much easier to do. Ugh. Gosh. Okay. Well. Oh, well. We're good. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things the sound could have come from. But none of the things he could think of were good. I mean, I'm scared of boats. Like, I have an actual fear of boats. They freak me out. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. It's looks like a percolator. It's a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. And a door that says S. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly... Oh, it's 5. S. the sun. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5. 5? What's this 5 mean? Whoa. Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. This is an excessive amount of detail about the handle. The cold steel with a slightly larger amount of rust on the bottom than the top. It was L-shaped. Push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. Thank you for showing us that. A few more tries cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. It would not open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, this handle wouldn't budge. It wouldn't budge, guys. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. Maybe because it clearly is a card reader. It's keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door. Yo! Let me out! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door. There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door. You're gonna... This how you get hurt, dude. You're gonna hurt yourself. And stopped. What the hell is this? He wasn't really sure what else to say. Oh, he's got a watch that says 5 on it. It looks like, Ben 10. It looks like when Ben 10 has that watch that lets him turn to the aliens. I loved Ben 10 when I was a kid. In the center was a large display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. I mean, it's a pretty cool watch. After all, it showed only a single... Well, maybe that's the hour. Maybe it's like a minimalist watch. 5. That's the same as the door. Oh my gosh, he sure is making some connections right now. Yeah, if it was palette swapped, if it was green, it would be Ben 10. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. What's this menu thing that's down here talking about? I want to try. Oh, would you like to overwrite the save file? Oh, we could save. Probably stand to save. Am I right, guys? Am I right or what? D-deck. Would you like to quit? No, I don't want to quit. Oh! Wait, my options are start to save, X to map, can't do it, Y to calc, and R to file. Do you guys know that calc is short for calculate? My light died. Why does everything always have to happen right in the middle of the stream? It's okay. I recently rearranged my desk, and I now have a specific dedicated cable just for this light. Just so it doesn't die. So it's fine. Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Sweet. So weird to see it on the DS. It's actually kind of perfect. His numbers were the same. He had no idea what that might mean. All he knew is that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Well, we don't always get what we want, do we, Junpei? Junpei flipped his hand... Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but it was clasped on. The side of the bracelet was solid, no buckle, no clasp. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face, perhaps. What are you going to do, unscrew it? Push them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Going more and more desperate. I'm developing a lisp. Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However... Damn, it's no good. Damn thing won't come off. Well, should I give him like a southern accent? maybe I should. A steel ring ran from the fence around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. Who knew pulling the bracelet off anytime in the near future? What the hell's the deal with this thing? Oh, nice. Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. The thing is, I always be giving, like, protagonists in my games. It's always just my voice, because I do the most dialogue for them. But I'm thinking, what if it's not? What if we do something fun? Let's make him southern. Where am I? Frustration. I'm going to do my best Joel impression. Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? Whoa. That was aggressive. Was that like a gas bomb? It looked like a, tear gas grenade or something. It was at this moment that he noticed the window. The window was round. If I look back up and it says the window is made of glass, rimmed and riveted brass like a window from an early 20th century. What? Am I on a ship? Okay, you got away with it, game. If you had said the window was glass, I would have laughed and laughed and laughed. Junpei walks slowly towards the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment. No. I'm actually scared of this. You gotta be kidding me. Hell nah. What the hell is going on here? Oh my god, we're gonna die. A crack split the glass of the window. For the moment, Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room. What the hell? God damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around, his feet slipping on the water already coming through the window. He ran for the door. Wow, the music in this game is intensive. Hey! Anyone? Is anyone there? Is the game too quiet? It's pretty quiet in my ears, which usually means it's actually a little bit loud on the stream, but let me know. Hey, Shocks. One sec. Oh, I tried to open Discord and my game, like, froze. Come on, if you're there, say something. Bang, bang, bang. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. Just let yourself drown, dude. No big deal. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Oh, is that what he looks like? Seek a way out. Thank you. That's a really dramatic way to tell me to seek a way out. That was a lot. Third class cabin. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. Okay, that was nice scroll. Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Searching during an escape. During the escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or a hint. Begin searching by touching places in the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of complicated stuff. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to different locations. You can do the same thing by pressing left, right, and down on the control pad. Oh yeah. Bird's eye view. The music in this game is tight. It's like heavily distorted. I like this. If you want to know where you are, touch X on the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and how many times am I going to do that? And what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Pressing start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start. We recommend. Purpose of the escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. Really? How you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to escape the room. Search for hints in the room that may help you find a way out of the room. Okay, gosh. That's cool that it does it on both screens. Is that not... That seems like it's kind of trippy. Okay, so hold on. X button. Nice. Okay, so... Alright, let's examine. Examine this area. Water just keeps pouring through the window. Great, it's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. Okay, I had to figure this out. So it did tell me that the correct way out of the room is to escape it. We're not trying to figure out a way to, like, live in this room. We're trying to figure out a way to successfully escape the room. So the thinking begins. Okay. What's this? Check it. A bulletin board. Looks like someone put a note on it. Okay, check the note. About items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. My microphone is too far away from my mouth. Touching L item on the top left will take you to the item screen. While on the item screen, you will be able to investigate, hold, and combine items that you found. You want to investigate an item that you found, touch the icon for that item in the item screen. Oh my gosh. This is like, it feels like I'm reading the Wikipedia page for 999. Note from bulletin board. Oh, I can drag it around with my stylus. That's cool. Examine things multiple times. It's really funny. So, okay, I will do that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the dialogue. Okay. Triangle, 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 triangle. Arrow to the left. Arrow from the left to the from the left to the right. To the left, to the left, to the left. Okay. Let's search. No, it's got that in red and that in blue. Let's go back. Investigate with an item. Touching. Okay, sorry. I read that in my head because I was about tired of it. I got these gummy worms from Kroger today. They're not very good. They're supposed to be like low sugar gummy worms, but they're actually just flavored. Instead of sugar, they are flavored with allulose, which is just artificial sweetener. So they're not good. They're also not sour. I don't know why they're advertised as no, these aren't good. You don't want these. Joyride candy. These are trash. Don't recommend these. They were on sale. They don't taste. They're not sour at all. Okay. Examine. Nothing on it. By examine item, do you mean this? No. Because that's the exact same thing. Okay. Let's examine the fountain thingamajiggy again. Doesn't look like that water is going to stop anytime soon. I had to find a way out. Do it again. How about you guys just tell me what to look at? Clicking on item in the rooms. Okay, let's check the shelf. There's a picture frame sitting on top of the shelf. Inspect the picture frame. Oh, it's the Titanic. We are on the Titanic right now. This isn't how the Titanic flooded, but whatever you say. Combine. Plus this. Combining. Alright, so that doesn't work at all. Let's just investigate, okay? Honestly, it feels like... I'm not gonna lie. It feels like the bottom screen is more of the main screen than the top screen. Would it be bad if I made it a little bit bigger? Like that? And then, like, made this one a little bit smaller to compensate? And now they're a little bit more evenly sized? Because it feels like the bottom screen is almost as important, if not more, than the top one. So I'm gonna sit there, and you guys can let me know as we go through if stuff should be a little bit differently sized. Let's check that stove. That's got to be important. This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna dial this in perfectly. That's the text board. There we go. I dialed that in. Oh, nice. There's a screwdriver. Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not this stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red. It's a screwdriver. Knew it! Nice. Okay, we got a screwdriver. Combining items. If you take... It already told me how to do this! It already said this text. Why is it telling me again? I don't want to read it again. I get it. They can be in if they cannot be combined, nothing will happen. Wow, you don't say. Also, fun fact, if your health hits 0, you die. Couldn't take it takes a absolute genius to figure that one out. Am I right, guys? There's screws keeping the back on. I knew that. Watch. Combine. Combine. Combining. Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough, and here's the picture. Oh, nice. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. All right, so... solid upper left, hollow bottom right, solid bottom left, hollow upper right. So, 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3. It knows how much I know. It really does know how much I love the reading. I love it so much. Can you not tell that I'm stoked? Okay, 7463. I kind of already forgot it. I hope I was right. Check out this kettle up here. Ah, anything in here? Well, it looks like it's my lucky... Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be giving him a southern accent. Anything in here? Well, it looks like my lucky day. Get it? A key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd. Small key. It is blue. Fascinating. Can I check that briefcase? Briefcase is uncheckable. Go back. Go back. Check the briefcase. Check the Open it. No dice is locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. Oh, oh my god, I already forgot it. It was 47463. Put a key into the keyhole. Okay, put the key... Nice! Alright, let's see what happens if I put the blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. I already know. Mini games. Do you see how it faked me out? Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. This is ridiculous amount of teaching me what to do. Just let me click it. If the numbers will correct, if it will unlock. No shit. Duh. Like, what do you think? I'm gonna be like, huh. It didn't unlock when I input these numbers. Game's bugged. Game's broken. Literally unplayable. Unlock the case. I said unlock. What the hell is the stupid freaking... Damn it. Open, you stupid thing. I don't think it's gonna open if I whack on the wall a couple times. Might make me feel better. Not gonna help, though. Alright, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around for some more clues. That's clearly the code. So let's examine this again. Because maybe I'm doing it wrong. Solid pointing up. 7, hollow pointing down. 7, 4... 6, 3. It is 7463. So what am I doing wrong? Why is my hair annoying me? That is a trick question. My hair is always annoying me. I need to get a buzz cut. What would you guys do if I got a buzz cut? I would not ever do it, but I think maybe for like 100,000 subscribers, I'd buzz cut my hair. Hey Ash, welcome to the stream. We're having so much fun. I am having fun. I don't want to be like too mean. I'm having fun. I'm just confused on what the hell I'm supposed to do. It is 74. I'm going to find the right 4 numbers. All right, let's give this another try. It tells me again. It tells me every time I use this dial how to use the dial. Unlock. Wait, I put in the wrong code. Unlock. General tip. Go for it. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's examine a little bit more. Can I examine that's not what I meant to click. Pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top. Can I examine the ladder? Can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. You gotta hurry this up. Yeah, I'm working on it, dude. Relax. What's that? Right there on the wall. It's a pipe. I know. I'll crawl into the pipe and find a way. It's the size. It's so thin. There's nobody here to make fun of my lame jokes. Yeah. Man, this sucks. I won't make fun of your lame jokes, bro. I'll make fun of you. This puzzle. You're stuck in a puzzle. There's a 99% chance. You're missing something. You should look around the room again. Well, I mean, like I could have figured that, but I guess that's a lever. Maybe if I pull it, and nothing happens. Well, it looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great. Light's still red and the display hasn't changed. Damn it. Why the hell isn't this thing opening? Can I put this in the thing? Groove on the side of this thing looks like it's made to have a key card swiped through it or something like that. Maybe if I can find a card, I can unlock this thing. He has the most, like, inconsistent accent ever. 5-5, huh? What does that mean? Oh, what? Since when? Small key, red. Tell me about it. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I have an idea. A small red key. Combine it with the... Okay, I can't combine it with the blue key. I have an idea. People. Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. Oh, that's what I look like? I look really, really sad. What's up with my face? His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the hell happened to me? How'd I end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. He was watching Titanic. It was past midnight when he came home. Home walking sound effect. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened his door to apartment 201. Door closed. Inside was his apartment, a small one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. I mean, sheesh, that's not that bad. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. It's longer than I have lived at any place since I started college. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber. Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. I should save, shouldn't I? Hello? Hello? I don't want to... Okay, yeah, save. Yeah, save the file. 6:30 is crazy. Is he cute? I don't know. No, I don't want to quit. Why does it always ask me this? Stop asking me before I start getting ideas. Everything was as he left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There's one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night. So someone is in his apartment through the window. I need to chew him. Whoa! Calm down there. Carrying the smells of autumn with them. I was playing this game today. I'm not gonna say which one. Those of you who know. There was this line in this scene where this one girl was said to the other girl that was like, "I'll give you a real bite mark," and I was like, "Whoa, calm down, relax. If people start biting each other, I'm not gonna be able to upload this to YouTube because I'm gonna get flagged or something." The white curtain framing his window swayed gently into the wind. Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that? Oh, okay, so you can't have some of it be dialogue in his head. I need to give him a southern accent. I need to be consistent. That's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not before he left. Platonically and affectionately chew him. That is better. Is that better? I don't know. What is a platonic chew? That's a new... I've never heard of such a thing. I believe that it exists. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing... I have... Gosh. I have no issues with anyone chewing anyone, okay? It's totally fine. Chewing is okay in my book. Read the text. Holy God. I'm so bad at my job. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Someone's gonna go like, BRAMP! And snap his neck over the stupid windowsill. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. The neonery. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. What level of idiot is this guy? He closed the window. Then it happened. Someone probably bopped him in the back of the head. Oh, hey, look, it's gas mask guy. Wow, terrifying. Junpei turned and found himself face to face with a man. Face to mask with a man dressed all in black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. He tried to step towards the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs, like a discard. He saw this guy, and he got so scared that he passed out. Oh, no, he got tear-gassed. Okay. He is kind of cute there, I guess. Too late, he noticed quickly the white smoke that was quickly filling the apartment. A small object shaped distressingly like a grenade set on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of an incredible rate. It's like, I should stop reading all this because you can see it, right? You can see the thing on the screen. It just described what is happening on the screen. Something something Junpei's apartment, white haze. I got you. Yeah, he got tear gassed. Fascinating. Consider this a privilege. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. Oh, a rasping voice. My fault. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. Ow, that hurt my chest. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. Ow, dude. That is painful. The DS does have music and no voice acting. I played it intentionally because it has no voice acting because I thought, oh man, if there's no voice acting, then what am I even going to do? I'm going to have nothing to say during the game. Ha! What a mistake that was. That's the last thing Jim remembered. He looks old. How old is this dude? He looks really old. That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. As to who the man was, or might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that his assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloac. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen. Junpei remembered that much, but what it might mean, that was beyond him. He's 21. Oh my gosh, he is not aged gracefully. Give a Nyan voice? I keep saying the Nyanary game, not the Nonary game. I keep saying it with a Y because I've seen people write the Nyanary game. And so it's like in my head, it's the Nyanary game. What it might mean that was beyond him. Gosh, doing that voice makes me yawn. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was there. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. You're going to participate in the game. The nonary game. We already read all this. The nonary game, huh? What the hell's a nonary game? God damn it. With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Oh, can we play the game again? Let's go. The nonary game. Yeah, it might actually only be from you, despite source to bed. Well, I wasn't trying to look at that, am I? Inspect it. Inspect it. I said inspect it! Is there a red briefcase on this side? Clearly not, so it must be this one. Inspect it, I said. Oh my god, bruh. I put the key in. Now I just need to enter the right numbers, and... Okay. Version start. Every single time I click on this... I needed to know that. Thank you. Reset it. Take this out, by the way. Okay, so the numbers on this side are going to be 6, 3, right? The 0 on this side. Oh. That only goes up to 5. What? Alright, let's see if these numbers work. Hey, I turn the key and hey, looks like it's working. Sure. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Yes. Alright, let's open it up. That was complete guessing. Yes, it opened. I don't understand that puzzle, but whatever. It looked like there's something in here. A file. Check it out. File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information on them will be available from the file screen. You skipped some steps, but okay. Kind of have brute force thing. Yeah, brute forcing it worked. That was awesome. When the file screen, touch File R in the top right at the bottom screen. Once at the file screen, select Files by touch it. Stop telling me how to do things. I will figure it out. I promise. If I need help, I will ask. I missed a part. You brute. Is there really a part that I'm supposed to do? What's in this file? Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root. But the following says, I don't want to do a digital root. Add all the numbers in question. Do I need an actual calculator to play this game? My phone is almost dead, so if this needs a calculator, we're going to be in trouble. Add all the numbers in question to one another. If you need a... Hold on. There you go. I got a calculator pulled up. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to 1. Add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number... This is ridiculous. Okay, I need to... Okay, 6, 7, 8 plus 21 plus 2 plus 1 equals 3. Okay. Therefore, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 is 3. I don't need to know that. I get it. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Why did it tell me the whole thing when it could have just been like, add the numbers until you get a single digit number? Oh my god, bruh. Looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, and a calculator. That won't work after a certain point, I feel like. Digital roots now. I quite like this. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Stack of blue key. What? What? Hold on. Relax. Search them. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? Well, yeah, it's 3. Digital root is 3. Okay. Alright. New material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. Calculator screen can be used during an escape or during a novel sequence. During an escape, you can access it by pressing the Y button. This will open the calculator screen. To operate the calculator... When using the calculator, the numbers on top of your calculations and the number... You are not telling me how to use a calculator, twin. Oh my gosh, this game. I swear to God, I'm having fun. I'm just being annoying because it's a stream and I have to be funny. Oh, it just automatically I can do a digital root. What if I want a digital root? Wow, that's handy. 6, 7, 8 is 3. We know that. Why did it tell me to do how to... Why did it tell me how to do a digital root if there's a button to do it? Right? I don't understand. Alright. This is going to be the whole stream, is this room. I'm in the first room of the first part of the first game. Everyone's like, oh, this game is really short. I don't think this game is really short. I think if you're smart, this game is really short. Looks like we've got a light here. And electricity. Oh my god, thanks, bruh. There's light filling the room. Guess the electricity is working. Thank you for the update, my bud. Ladder that goes from the floor to the ceiling so that you can get into all 3 bunks. Worst case scenario, I can just climb up there. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I can just climb up there. Yeah, right, like that's gonna work. 28 minutes to get out of here. I've been going for 45 minutes. I've okay, I'm cool. Check this out. Use the key card, right? I said the key card. These cards with numbers on them. Pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide this card and see if it works. And... Oh! I know the puzzle. It's not working? Why? Damn it. Do I need some other cards to get this to work? No. No, I know the puzzle. Hold on. Okay, hold on. What about 7, 6, 8? 7, 6, 8 is 3. 8, 7, 6. Oh, wait, shit. Oh, it's addition. It's commutative. I don't know the puzzle. I thought I did. I thought it was going to be like, oh, you have to swipe them in the order of the, You have to swipe them in the order to make the digital root be 5, but then I realized I was stupid and that digital root is always going to be the same. Because of addition. Epilius? That's dope. I really want a bev. My throat is starting to hurt, but it's fine. I'm going to finish this puzzle and then I'm going to get a bev. Or I'm going to die here trying. One of the two. Something's going to happen. Nothing left on the mirror. Where does the small red key go? I don't understand. Maybe in here? Nothing in here. Nope. Chili stove, nothing inside. Are you sure, though? It's sure. There's like a shower. Ah, there is a shower. Haha, the red briefcase. I found it. It's just like the blue briefcase. It is. We're in Team Fortress 2 time right now. Put it in the thing. Alright, key quiet. Sure hope I can open that thing now. Put the key in there. And then... Okay, it's not doing anything. What about 7, 4... I'm going to have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. I do that, this thing should pop right open. Let's give it a shot. If it tells me how to... I'm not insane, right? This is ridiculous, right? It telling me how to use the dial. Every time I click on the dial... 7, 4, fuck you, I'm gonna guess the rest of the numbers. It's gonna be something like this. There we go, I'm brute forcing it. You can't stop me, game. You can't stop me, game. You can't stop this. This cannot be stopped. Statistically, I'm gonna get it eventually. I only have to try 99 different combinations. Actually, not even that. Hold on, wait. If I look over the chat and you guys are saying, oh, you're not going to get it with brute forcing on this one, I challenge you. I defy you. Because I know what I'm doing. You don't get to be where I am in life without doing stupid bullshit like this. Enough times to know how to be good at it. I'm not looking at chat. I don't want to hear about it, okay? I don't want to hear you guys' criticisms of my method. I don't want to hear any criticism of my methods, okay? They clearly are flawless. Oh my god, okay. Jesus Christ. This is so bad. This is such a bad stream. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, I unlocked it. I don't know how. Open the briefcase. Let's go. More cards. Stack of red key cards. This is gonna be what? 1, 2, 3 probably? Okay, now I think I have what I need. Find up here is that pillow. Anything else I can use? Stop clicking on that! Why do I keep brute forcing these? Because it's working? Excuse me? Were you not just watching or something? These look like key cards. There's a number in each one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the cube root or whatever the hell it is... I want to see if I can do it in my head. 6. It's just 6. Yeah. Combine. Oh, really? Wow. I'm surprised. Okay, back. Interesting. Is 7, 6... Is 7, 4, 6, 3 a hint to something? Like, hold on. Watch this. Go back. Press L. 7, 4, 6, 3. Digital root. Digital root of that is 2. That's not what I need. 1, 6, 8 digital root. 1, 7, 8 digital root. What is the digital root? Like, is there more like of a... Eight. Okay, so none of them seem to do that. I divide by 0, 0. Oh, there's no division. This calculator cannot do it. It's beyond the ability of this. I'm just gonna brute force every puzzle in the game, and we're gonna complete the game in 900 hours. Everyone's talking about 100 line being a long game. You don't realize I will make this the longest game of all time. Oh my god, I'm so stuck. I don't know. Hold on. Use the blue key card. Damn, no matter how many times I try this, it won't do squat with just blue cards. And to make this work, I need some different cards. Well, then try it with the red ones. Damn it, not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course. Of course, the files. That file says something about a digital root. A digital root. The digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with a digital root? There's 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5? I'm trying to do this. Not really sure about this. Whatever. It's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the reader. Operating instruction. Touch 3 cards to select them. Digital root of the selected cards will be displayed on the top screen. Touching reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you selected 3 cards, touch the device. Beep, boop, boop. I'm a genius. I'm the smartest person alive. Brute force wins again. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so stupid. Oh my god, I could make a highlights video out of just this stream and it would be the funniest fucking video on my channel. There is not a single puzzle I have solved yet. I brute forced everything. Oh my god. Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. I'm gonna just stand around and prattle on about it a little bit more though, just in case. Touch the door. I brute forced math. First person to ever do it. You found it. Thanks, twin. Sorry, I put like leave-in conditioner in my hair today and it's making it really annoying. It's like feels weird on my head. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The boat is still sinking, though, so I would work on leaving. Sorry, my mouse cursor is on the screen. The water that followed him out the room was rapidly pouring out the door. It flowed quickly into the hallway and slammed to the foot of the short flight of stairs. Just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of the short staircase, a door. Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door. The door burst open, and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw? What the hell? His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. It is the Titanic. That's like the grand staircase in the Titanic. You've ever seen the Titanic, the movie? It's really good. Polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. I am so sorry I keep yawning. I'm about to grab a bev. Actually, would now be a good time to grab a bev? Will you guys mind if I go grab a bev? I'm gonna go grab a bev. I'm sorry, I know it's annoying. 1 second. My microphone was muted. Thank Christ my microphone was muted on that stupid tangent I was just going on. You guys will never know what the hell I was just talking about because it was extremely stupid. Hello. I got me... Hold on, I need to read chat. 1 second. Hydrate. Grabbing water now. Cup of milk. I was gonna get milk. And I elected to not get milk. And instead, what I got was blue raspberry flavored sparkling water because it's all we had in the house. Mextai taste test. Is it good or does it suck butt? Oh, God. It's actually really not good. It's not very good at all. I was hoping that would be at least a little good because now I have to drink the whole thing because I opened it. Oh my God. I would have just preferred regular sparkling water. I did get an Oreo though. So. That's ate way too much Oreo in one bite. I chomped off like more than half the Oreo. What is Oreo poo? What is Oreo poo? I don't know what that is. Anyway, oh my God. Polished floor stretched out before him. Stairs and pillars were solid wood. Wow, that was southern. Stairs. The stairs and pillars were solid wood. Art Nouveau embellishments were decorations. What art style was the Titanic? It is Art Nouveau. Okay. I would have been pissed off if they got that wrong. Flames. Who is Taka? Oh, Taka Dagamorph. I don't know who that is. Guys, stop being funny in chat. You're making me choke on my blue raspberry sparkling water. It's really it's Kroger brand too, so I thought it would be okay, but it's bad. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s, but you're in a boat. You already know this. Junpei couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship? When do we meet another person? I need to be stimulated. I need, like, my brain to, like, work harder. That was a joke. My brain just worked so hard. Actually, my brain did not work hard at all during that first puzzle. My brain was just brute forcing shit. The water that quickly filled in the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it rolled toward the stairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a boat. Wait, what the hell? A wave? Yeah, how are there waves indoors? I gotta get out of here. Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. This is how we know that motion is happening. C deck. B deck. As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plate. I love whatever, like, this, like, OTT'd, champagne snare that they've got. It's so fire. Oreo puke. Oreo poo is kind of a cute nickname, not gonna lie. I can't speak English, guys. I don't know why I bothered downloading the English version of this game since I'm clearly so bad at it. He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he'd find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead. Probably up. Oh my God, we've ran into the... Jesus Christ. She's not wearing a lot of clothes. This guy, I feel how this guy looks right now at my just general reaction to this game. I feel confused. Actually, more like this guy. White hair guy, his like slight look of frustration and his like music could be louder. Okay. Ow! Jesus! Make it just a touch louder. Just a touch louder. My fault, guys. I'm gonna eat the rest of my Oreo. What's the audio version of a flashbang? A bang. The flashbang is both audio and visual. How is it now? Anyway, we got Thin Man, Qtaro Burgerberg, Professor Mishima 50 years ago, and I can't come up with a creative name for her. She is just a very unique looking person. Ma'am, when we get under... I mean, she's the only one dressed for swimming, so it's fine. We're about to get all flooded in. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. What? Who are these people? Who is this guy? This looks like a character Aster and V would like. Just based on initial appearance alone. Also, this person. This guy looks like Brad Pitt in the new Deadpool movie. Mishima 50 years ago would be -20. Wait, what? He is not 30. Wait. Mishima. Your turn to die. He's not 30. I don't believe you. No, he's not! Dog, on God, I thought for the entire game he was like 70 years old. Use my profile picture. Oh, I'm such a genius. I called it. Get clocked. That's fucked up, by the way. He should not be 30. Okay, gosh. Okay, hold on. Everyone relax. I need to finish my Oreo. Oh. It's still doing the annoying thing where it just describes what's happening in the images. I can see it. These people. This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei. And which one? Time began to move again. Oh, good. It's this one. I guess there's another one of us now. The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. A little bit. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry a little more. Hey, you... God. Hey, you, come on. Hurry. With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the doors behind him. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. I bet that line's not in the remake. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. Oh, you look like you're from, like, Jet Set Radio Future. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering. One of us, huh? Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps as gray in his hair. It totally is. Oh, Lamau, of course. Sheesh. Okay. It's fine. Junpei... fucking something. Read it. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion. Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open. The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice. Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry! I'm gonna commit to it. If that voice gets annoying, it's not my fault. Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. Ooh, spicy. Oh, it's clearly not, by the way. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like. That's none of us, then. All the cards are in hand. What does all of the cards are in hand mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth. I can't stop laughing at my own stupid joke. God damn. Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him and they were gone. Oh, good. It's you. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running towards him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him, and the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one said nothing and scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something. I gotta come up with the damn, why is Snake also Southern? There can be more Southern people on Earth than just one, okay? It's not that, there are tens of us. There can be more than one. For real this time, I'm finishing my Oreo. I know I've said that like 5 times. I'm trying to savor it, okay? Oreos are good. Okay. Hey, what the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it. Now go. Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Whoa. Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running towards. Oh, good. 5-4. Oh, my God. Oh, you were expecting British. I am not giving anyone any British accents in this playthrough. No one will have them. I have decided. I feel like I rely too much on the British accent. That's like my one voice I can do. I did it in Aoni. I did it in freaking Omori. I do too many British accents. I'm not doing it anymore. This playthrough can have 2 Southern people, and you know what? Whatever the hell that guy's name was can be even more Southern than Junpei. They looked quite sturdy and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right had a 4, and the door on the left had a 5. It'd be so fitting. Make him Australian. I wish I could do like a really like bad Australian accent, but I can't. My Australian accent is too good. The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. Ah, the room I woke up in had a number on the door, just like that. You too, eh? With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver. My cell was the same, a number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room, full of stairs, as I suspected did the rest of you. It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once. I was half expecting it to be like discussion. Progress. I did too, yeah, a door with a number on it. It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there. Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry. Think I don't know that, lady? But the dancer had time to finish. Silver was already running. I am so curious now about the voice acting. Is he Russian? Is that what that is? Fuck off, okay? I know it's bad, okay? I know it's bad. I was hoping no one would really comment on it, but yes, it is bad. It is supposed to be Russian. His first impression was that he was like crazy Russian hacker scientist type dude, you know? I don't think he is. But I think he is. I think he's I've decided he's Russian, okay? He's Russian. Why you always Russian? He grabbed hold of the door label 5 and pulled. Yeah, because it worked so well last time. However, fuck, it's not opening. Wow. This damn thing won't even, I didn't know it was gonna be that coarse with the language. Move. You're in the way. Mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once. Twice. The freaking blue raspberry sparkling water is hurting my throat really bad. It is supposed to be Russian. I thought you were making fun of my accent. You should be making fun of my accent. It's really bad. Twice, 3 times, 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again. Can this guy relax? Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box. Vacant. It looked just like the one that he'd seen in his room. Next to that door, it looks nothing at all like that one. It is completely different in every way. It's a different design. It's different color scheme. There is no card slot. If it was the same, then this door was likely locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it. Yeah. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd suspected. Is he swearing in DS game? I know, right? Is he Russian or dragon? If it wasn't so late, I'd hop on my drum set behind me and do a little budum-tish, but it's really late, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to wake up my mom. Junpei punched the door, did not respond. It did not respond. Were these the only doors, he wondered. He'd barely finished the thought when the CDEC plate he passed on his way up sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back towards the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Who is this lady? She looks lovely. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. He recognizes her. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. I mean, I would like to think she is pretty, but also on my screen, first of all, the DS game that is on you guys' screen is a lot bigger than it is on my screen. On my screen, it's itty bitty. I can see about 4 pixels of her face right now. Girl 2 stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly towards her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down, than the whole ship shook a second time. Ah! The quake caught the girl unprepared. She fell right into my arms. Junpei left to catch her, or so he thought. Oh, they both fell. Oh my god, did we got an Evangelion situation here? I think we got an Eva situation. That first scene where Shinji meets Rei, except less creepy. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. Sorry, I have like my nose is like stopping up, and it's making you can hear my voice getting nasalier as I go on, and don't fix it. Hold on. Okay, I think it's a little bit better. God. Her face, someone's fucking face, was far closer than it should have been. He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at they're gonna come down here and be like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth. Oh my gosh, is that you, Jumpy? Jumpy. Jumpy. Her words echoed through Jumpy's head, and suddenly his memory returned. Akane? Oh, that's her as a child. Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kuroshiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. Oh my god, now I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing it the right way because the game put the wrong way to pronounce it in the thing. You'd be a killer Junpei. That'd be dope. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to some elementary school together for 6 years. What was she doing on the ship? Jumpy. Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Ooh, dude. Smash those pixels together. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, a speaker crackled to life, and a cold, eerie voice filled the room.
Welcome aboard! I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this vessel.
With the voice's invasion, the spell between Junpei and Akane was broken, and all hints of burgeoning romance instantly forgot. Well, he had hints of burgeoning romance. I don't know about this person. Can't swim to the U.S. Yeah, take a boat. Yeah, reconnect with Viking heritage. Just sail a boat here. They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Were we tangled in each other? Good lord. The 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. We know this somehow, even though we're on a different fucking floor. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. Fuck. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. At last they found it, a speaker set in the ceiling.
I am Zero.
I'm not doing this voice for him. This is hurting my throat too bad. I'm gonna do just like a older man voice.
I am Zero, the captain of this ship. I am also the person who invited you here.
The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. But Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it? It's Gas Mask Dude. The same voice he had heard from the man in the gas mask. Hey, asshole, what the hell is this? Come on out here, I want to get a look at you. What do you mean to do to us?
I mean to have you participate in a game. Some of you, I know, are familiar with this game. The Nyanari game.
It is a game
where you will put your life on the line.
Nyanari game?
What the hell's that?
The voice continued, implacable.
The rules of the Nyanari game can be found upon your persons. They are simple rules. Read them.
Nyanari game? Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out. Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper. The Nyanari game, whoa, oh whoa. Winking oh whoa face. A boat? I forgot to clock out. Oh my god, I do that every shift. Literally I have a running tab with my manager. He's like, I'm going to strangle you one of these days because you forget to clock out every time and it's a pain in the ass. It's like, it's not actually a pain in the ass to fix, it's just a pain in the ass to do it every single night. I always forget. It's so annoying. Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal. Hey, I got one too.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked. On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to that of the door, the door will open. Oh my god. Okay. Only those who open the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. And all who enter must contribute. Every time I read it, I'm like, hey man, can you read it to me super bad? Yeah, I'm bad. Yeah, I'm really bad at reading. Bracelet, Junpei figured, had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around, it looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. Purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. Great. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Junpei had reached the end of the letter. There was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more. There is one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, April 14th, that's an Aphex Twin song. The famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. Oh, I forgot to give him his voice. Who cares? 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape. Why are we on the Titanic? My reading was super bad, though. Is the thing. I'm gonna drink my blue raspberry. The voice finished and the speaker went silent. The sound of the bell tolling echoed through the hall. Came from the dance hall adjacent to the dance hall. Let's go. We're going to Jamaica. I didn't know there was a dance hall in this joint. It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. Oh. 9 hours. Duh. His voice is like impossible to understand. Oh, in the voiceover? That makes sense. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Likely 9 o'clock in the evening. When Junpei had peered out the window of his cell, he'd seen nothing but blackness. Did this guy recreate the Titanic for us in the middle of the ocean? It had to be nighttime. If that was the case, then they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day. Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck. Sheesh. Speaker went silent and did not speak again. Hell yeah. Silver yelled at the speaker with a language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought. Gosh. Junpei, too, was consumed by his thoughts. There was a great deal he did not understand. Who was Zero? What was the nonary game? Why had he chosen to make them part of it? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims? Or did he have some other purpose? Why did he construct an elaborate set of the Titanic? Why had Junpei been chosen part of the game? Why didn't he have been chosen? One question was foremost on his mind. Akane. Can we kiss? They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? That's fate, dude. Coincidence. No, that seemed impossible. There had to be a reason. He didn't know what it might be, but there had to be a reason. Very well. Oh, it's Lion. I forgot about him. Okay, very well. Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think? Get moving. Are you planning to open the... I haven't given her a voice yet, have I? Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! Don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says. No, that's not what I mean. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed. I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet. We what? We what? Yeah, we gotta go hunt around and find stuff. I want to say, but I can't. Their separate investigations finished, all 9 people returned to where they'd left one another. The result of all their work was nothing. Oh, great. They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned a number of things as they'd scoured the parts of the ship they could reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. C deck? I'm sorry. C deck was as far down as they'd be able to go, however, the reason being that D deck was completely submerged. Well, go swimming. Strangely, however, the water had risen no higher than D deck. How much you want to bet with each hour passing it gets a little bit higher? Flow seemed to have been stopped somehow, as evidenced by the surface of the water on D deck, which was as smooth as glass. The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 more hours. Then you're saying we won't sink till then? Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking. Oh my god, he's Goofy. He's Goofy the fucking dog from Disney. There were 3 metal doors on C deck. A single door stood up. I bet you... I just got a notification on my phone. I bet it's my dad texting me. Oh, no, it's not. Reddit. It's so much louder than everything else. That's why I thought it was my dad. I thought it was like, what the hell are you doing? None of them had numbers or verification devices. They were just locked with, like, regular keys. Ah, don't do that. No matter how much they pushed and shoved, the doors refused to move. The mountain and the lion threw themselves against them a few times, but to no avail. The door in the back had a keyhole. Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot. There were 2 other doors on C deck as well, but it was clear they were elevators that each had a button next to it with an upside-down triangle. They tried pushing the button. No response. Apparently there was no power running to the elevators. To the left of the elevator doors was a card reader. The card reader also had a strange mark on it. It looked like a lowercase h with it. It's a rune. This looks like a rune of some kind. This is the symbol of Saturn. It's an astrological symbol. Then the mark on the other door. I think that was the sun symbol. They had seen the same symbols on A deck. Interesting. There was a door on either side of the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it. This is an Earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian. I knew it was going to say meridian. Junpei looked up at the ceiling. There's a great circle cut in it. Indiana Jones, the Great Circle. Perhaps for a skylight or glass dome, but it had been filled with a gargantuan metal plate. The metal looked very solid. Anything short of explosive charge was unlikely to damage it. All the windows got bricked up, too. They, too, were covered with metal plates. In other words, you're not getting out. Oh. Yeah, you're not getting out of this place. We're trapped. All the exits go nowhere. Junpei was not happy. Girl with pink hair spoke up. Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them. That is really hard to do. Then the mountain spoke. You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles. The prince did not agree. No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? We can open them. Well, 2 of them at least. What? That's gonna get really annoying. I'm sorry. You mean the numbered doors? All eyes turned towards the doors with the numbers on them. Junpei's stupid southern accent sounds like tame in comparison. You stream Death Stranding 2 100%. I do not have time, Holden. Also, it's in the title. You fool. I cannot stream Death Stranding 2. I tried. I recorded a video for Death Stranding 1. And I was like, I was just playing through the intro. And the whole 99% of the video is me watching the cutscenes. Like, the game is 99% cutscene. It's aggressive. I would love to play Death Stranding 2, though. I gotta finish Death Stranding 1 first, though. All eyes turned towards the doors with numbers on them. Atmosphere grew tense. Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that. Jansen moved in front of the doors as if to block them. We had to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do. There's not really much else to do, girl. I agree. I don't. That's a terrible idea. We should keep going. We should stay here. We don't have any other way to open any of these doors. You should just wait. Someone's bound to come find us. I'm sorry. I know that's annoying. It's late. We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship... It took us a half hour to do all this stuff. Clamor of... There's 3 floors. Just walk up the stairs. Their arguments grew more and more intense, and people were shouting and screaming at each other. I mean, these people are stressing too much. Junpei remained silent, but at last he could take no more. Hey, shut up! They fell silent, and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into it, but he refused to flinch. Were we trying to decide where we're going to go? There's something else we ought to do. What's that? We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious, too. Yeah, italics are weird looking. They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling, or curled their hair. I would not be stressing. One of them spoke up. It was Akane. I agree. I think Jumpy is right. Jumpy? I'm sorry, I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei. She pointed towards Jumpy. We're childhood friends. We went to the same element. Wait, stop. Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in? Would that be bad? Yeah, how's that gonna... We're already trapped here. Like, what do you think worse he's gonna do? There is not much worse he can do at this point. We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe you just... I'm giving this guy Q-Taro voice and I don't want to. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he'd go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had him to get us to do stuff, you know? But we still need to know what our names are. It's gonna be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names. Alright, then why don't we have code names? To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution. Well, this guy seems like an idiot. Code names? Yeah, well, you should pick something. Like, I'll be 7. 7? Why are you 7? Fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm. Oh, because his bracelet number says 7. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's a good idea. He smirked. Alright, I'm gonna be Santa. Any of you chumps know Japanese? Well, San means 3. Localization. Like a hammer to the front tooth. God. Oh my god. I hate... Can I tangent for a second? I hate when localizations do those, like, make jokes like that at the expense of it no longer being in Japanese. They could just be like, well, San means 3, so I'll be Santa. And they don't have to, like... It doesn't have... Anyone who is playing this game is gonna get the joke, even if it's not in Japanese. So it's fine. You don't have to, like, point out that it's not in Japanese. I get it. Sorry, I know that's like a weird thing to get annoyed about. But there's a lot of games that do that with their localization, where they'll, like, make it obvious when a line is just, like, completely not at all an accurate translation. And it's like, dude. This guy, dude, everyone in this game so far has had the most, like, Japanese name ever. Junpei, Akane, like, no one is named Akane and is like, oh yeah, it's like in Evangelion, where the German girl pulls up, she's speaking German, and she's like, hi, my name is Asuka. It's like, no, it's not. Unlikely. And I'm gonna make this guy sound really gay. And you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, Sammy's 3, so I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus? Fits, don't you think? He's kind of got that twink frame. And your bracelet number. Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa. Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face was bracelet red. Bracelet. Red 3. Very well done. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that I think Ace seems appropriate. 8, wow, what a pick. He is canonically bi. Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna really lean into one side of that. I'll be Lotus then, as I'm sure you all know it has 8 petals. Is that true? How many petals on Lotus flower? Generally, the number of petals ranges from 16 to 36 in most of the races of Lotus. So this girl is stupid. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8. 8. I'm good. I thought for sure I was gonna sneeze. But I didn't. I'm good. I'm locked in, guys. I'm calm. Well, I would appreciate it very much if you guys would call me Snake. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cars, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly, which is particularly relevant given that I am blind. Oh, he is blind. Holy shit. Blind, really. He kept his eyes closed during their entire ordeal, which suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it. There was one person, however, who didn't seem to be surprised in the least. The girl with pink hair. They're like tight. They're like homies. I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right? Wow. Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. Oh, it is 4. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. It had come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet. 5? Alright, my number's 5, so my code name is gonna be... Well, I have one. It's not like there's any point to it now. I want a code name. Screw off. I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei. Oh. They all nodded. Kind of stepped forward nervously. And you should all call me by my name, too. Because, I mean, doesn't seem fair to Jumpy. You think it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his? They kind of fidgeted awkwardly. Why are these people so mean? Junpei decided he had to do something. What's your bracelet number? 6. Oh, it is 6. Wow, she's got it strapped over her sleeve. As she'd claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. What do you all think his code name should have been? Based on how I'm voicing him, I feel like his code name would be like just the number 2 spelled incorrectly. He probably spelled it T-O-O. As she'd claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei, I'm allowed to make fun of Southern people, okay? My mom's from Alabama. I was raised in the South, okay? I can make fun of the Southerners. So that if you got to choose a code name, it would have been Hand, which is an awful name, or Star. Star is a cool code name. A 6. All right, then. Why don't we call you June? June. 6th month of the year. So you're June. Jumpy kind of kneaded her hands and looked up at Jumpy, uncertain. He smiled back at her, reassuringly. Riz, are you good with that? Are you good with that? She thought about it for a few more minutes to seem to come to a decision and gave Jumpy a small nod. Their names decided, Jumpy ran over them quickly in his head. 1 was Ace. 2 was Snake. 3 was Santa. 4 was Clover. 5 was Junpei's number. Kana was... I'm not going to do the voice. Kana was 6, and Jumpy had given her the code name of June. 7 was 7. And 8 was Lotus. That meant that 8 of them, including Jumpy, had revealed their bracelet numbers. But there was still 1 person left. Oh, I forgot about this guy. I forgot this guy existed. Their ship name could be Jand. Jand. Jand is crazy. He was the man with a bird's eye something or other the hell. Bird's nest. He hadn't said anything since they'd met on the stairs, and he didn't look like the sort of person who was inclined to conversation. No, he doesn't. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously. What number are you? He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants. Hey, I'm talking to you! The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper. Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left. So you're 9? Yeah. He just extended a trembling arm. Oh, he really is 9. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemplatively. What's your code name? Code name? What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too. I don't need one. Why not? Because I'm not gonna stay here with you. He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at... Is he gonna, like, kill himself or something? Clover looked at him with something very, like, disgust. You got some sort of plan? I do. Yeah, what's that? You sure you want to know? Yeah. Alright. Well, let me show you. I'm gonna do this. What the hell? By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Santa left forward, leaving Clover in the ninth man, towards Clover in the ninth man. He was halfway there when Stay back! Suddenly the man's hand dove into his pocket. What's he got? A knife? This dude needs to calm down. Came back out with a knife, pocket knife. He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck. You get any closer, I'll cut her open. Santa skidded to a halt. He snarled. Yeah, that's right. And his style was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt. Clover. I'm sorry. Clover, you alright? Prince's snake's voice sounded oddly concerned. Yeah, I'm fine. Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing. What the hell are you trying to do? I told you, this is my plan. What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch? Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to her. She just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go. He started to move backwards, slowly keeping his grip on Clover. Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke. Verify? Huh? The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part. What if I don't? Man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke. Are you an idiot? What do you think? I almost did a normal voice. Yeah, it's Clover, sorry. Clover! I can't do a normal voice for him, bro. It's what do you mean a normal voice? Some people have that voice. They'd be very offended by you calling that not a normal voice. Just kidding. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now. Press the knife against Clover's neck hard. Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared. So that's how it works, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the ninth man... Oh, so this is how we get the codes. The user's bracelet number would be entered into the device. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Junpei shifted his hands to the door itself. The number on it was 5. So it needs... So she was what? She was number... Oh god. No, she was number 4. The ninth man seemed to know a little more about the device's operation than he should. How did he know exactly? I gotta end the stream. I've been going for too long. Good, you're done. Next. His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally they stopped on the lion. Ace. Oh, good luck, dude. You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right? Yes, I am. So? You're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her? Okay, just calm down. Ace held up his hands, palms out. The ninth man jerked his chin towards the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it. Now verify. Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared, so 4, 1. Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4, 1 equals 5. The only one, the one they're gonna need next is gonna be himself, right? But it wouldn't open just yet. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one number door. No, they need number 8. No, they do need number 9. It's himself next. Bye, birdie. Fire near my house? Oh my god. That sucks. I'm so sorry about that. We are almost done, though, fortunately. Or allegedly. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one number door. Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 5 equals 5. Oh my gosh. Would that person be? Get back! His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back. No, farther! More than that. Go all the way back! Ace did what he was told. The ninth man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That was when Junpei understood his plan. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1, added to the ninth man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 equals 14 plus 1 plus 4 is 5. In other words... yeah. You didn't have to threaten us to do that. Thank God you were also cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare. He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. How did he have a knife? I don't get it. Third asterisk appeared on the screen. I look like... I'm like seeing myself in the stream preview. I look like disheveled. Oh, my computer's gonna die.